British scientists say they have evidence that some of the smaller stones in Stonehenge's interior came from two quarries about 180 miles away in western Wales. Stonehenge has been a source of mystery for thousands of years, but this week the prehistoric monument may have given up one of its long-kept secrets.
Deep in the English countryside, ancient stones have stood for 5 millennia. Scientists fed every byte of data about Stonehenge into advanced artificial intelligence.
New research reveals that 5,000 years ago, the altar stone largely buried at the centre of the ring was brought from northern Scotland and not from Wales as previously thought.
The mystery of Stonehenge has fascinated the world for centuries. Every year, more than 1 million tourists visit the site in southwest England that dates back more than 4,000 years.
The AI's conclusion sent shockwaves through the research community. The monument isn't a temple or observatory. It's a machine with a terrifying countdown already in progress.
A new analysis shows that the 6-ton iconic altar stone at the heart of Stonehenge, the discovery shows that its construction was a far greater collaborative effort than scientists believed.
The stones that traveled impossible distances. For centuries, experts debated how Stonehenge came to be. Theories ranged from glacial movement to elaborate construction projects. That debate ended when geological analysis provided definitive proof. Neolithic people transported every single stone to Salisbury Plain through human effort alone. The smaller bluestones weigh up to 3.5 tons each. Ancient builders dragged them 125 miles from quarries in Wales. The feat required thousands of laborers, countless hours, and engineering sophistication that challenges our assumptions about primitive societies. But the altar stone presents an even more staggering revelation. This 6-ton behemoth originated 400 miles away in northern Scotland. Recent geological analysis traced its unique composition to a specific quarry in the Scottish Highlands. Ancient people moved this massive stone the equivalent distance from New York City to Pittsburgh, using only ropes, sledges, and muscle power. The scale of this undertaking defies rational explanation. Moving a 6-ton stone 400 miles would strain modern logistics. For a Neolithic society, the project represents a commitment of resources and labor that suggests desperate necessity rather than religious devotion. The AI analyzed the geological composition of every stone at the site. Each rock contains unique metallic and crystalline properties, specific to its origin quarry. The bluestones from Wales possess different mineral structures than the sarsen stones from nearby Wiltshire. The altar stone from Scotland contains elements found nowhere else in the monument. These differences created a pattern the AI recognized immediately. The stones weren't chosen for symbolic significance or aesthetic appeal. They were selected as components for a complex machine. Each stone's geological makeup allows it to interact with Earth's magnetic field in specific ways. Arranged in precise configuration, they create a circuit capable of generating and focusing energy. The builders possessed knowledge of geology and physics centuries ahead of their time. They understood how different rock types respond to electromagnetic forces. They knew which combinations would produce the desired effect. The monument's construction followed a blueprint of remarkable sophistication. The sheer effort involved moving these stones makes one fact undeniable. The builders considered these specific materials absolutely essential. No substitutes would suffice. The machine required components from Wales, Scotland, and local sources, each contributing unique properties to the overall function. But understanding how they built it only deepened the mystery of why they aimed it at nothing: the empty point in space. Archaeologists have long known about Stonehenge's alignment with the summer and winter solstices. The monument's primary axis points toward the sunrise on the longest day of the year. For decades, researchers assumed this solar alignment represented the structure's main astronomical purpose. The AI discovered something far more significant. A secondary alignment exists, subtle and easily overlooked. The monument tracks a specific empty point in space, a dark spot in the celestial sphere that contains no visible stars or planets. Traditional astronomical software couldn't identify the significance of this alignment. The AI cross-referenced star charts spanning 5 millennia, running millions of simulations to understand what this empty point represents. The analysis revealed a pattern operating on a timescale far longer than annual solar cycles. The empty point marks a celestial event that occurs once every several thousand years. When specific cosmic bodies align with this dark spot, a rare energetic phenomenon takes place. The AI calculated this alignment with 93% probability based on orbital mechanics and historical astronomical data. The entire monument functions as a precision instrument designed to activate during this specific cosmic event. Every stone, every alignment, every measurement serves this singular purpose. The builders created a machine that would remain dormant for millennia, waiting for the stars to reach their appointed positions. The implications are staggering. Ancient people possessed astronomical knowledge sophisticated enough to predict events thousands of years in the future. They understood cosmic cycles that modern science is only beginning to recognize. They built a monument that would outlast their civilization, their culture, even the memory of why they built it, all to prepare for a single moment in deep time. The stars revealed the machine's target. The stones themselves would reveal its weapon. The frequency that controls minds. Visitors to Stonehenge have reported strange sensations for generations, a low hum at the edge of hearing, a feeling of unease or inexplicable emotion, pressure in the chest and temples. Most dismissed these experiences as imagination or the psychological effect of standing among ancient ruins. The AI suggests these sensations are real. They represent residual echoes of the monument's true function. Several years ago, researchers built a precise 1:12 scale model of Stonehenge using 3D printed stones. The project aimed to study the monument's acoustic properties. Scientists conducted extensive tests measuring how sound behaved within the stone circle. The results were remarkable. The monument creates a unique acoustic environment. Sound waves bounce between the stones in complex patterns, creating amplification and resonance. Voices and music would carry differently inside the circle than outside. The structure traps certain frequencies while allowing others to pass through. The AI analyzed this acoustic data through millions of simulations. It tested frequencies far beyond the range of human hearing, looking for patterns in how the stones manipulate sound waves. The analysis revealed something disturbing. The monument generates and focuses a specific low-frequency sound called infrasound. These frequencies fall below 20 Hz, beneath the threshold of human hearing. You cannot hear infrasound, but your body responds to it. The waves resonate with human organs and bone structure, creating physical sensations and psychological effects. Research into infrasound has documented its impact on human consciousness. Exposure causes feelings of anxiety, dread, and paranoia. People report sensing invisible presences or experiencing sudden, intense emotions. Some studies link infrasound to reports of hauntings and supernatural experiences. The frequency literally vibrates the human body from the inside out. Stonehenge amplifies this effect on a massive scale. When active, the monument would generate infrasound waves powerful enough to affect everyone within miles. An entire population would experience simultaneous feelings of awe, fear, or religious ecstasy, all without understanding why. The psychological applications are obvious and terrifying. A ruling class possessing this technology could control masses through manipulation of their emotional states. Religious ceremonies would carry genuine physiological weight. Dissent would become difficult when your body itself signals submission and fear. The builders created a weapon of mass psychological influence. they understood human neurology well enough to exploit it systematically. The monument represents not just architectural achievement, but mastery of acoustic science and human psychology operating in concert. Control over minds explained how they built it, but not who wielded that control. The Ghost Empire. Archaeological evidence suggests Stonehenge brought together people from across ancient Britain. Burial sites near the monument contain remains of individuals from distant regions. Traditional interpretation painted this as peaceful unification, different tribes cooperating on a shared cultural project. The AI's analysis of sociological and logistical data tells a different story. A project of Stonehenge's scale and precision requires centralized authority and sophisticated resource management. Moving the altar stone alone would demand thousands of laborers working in perfect coordination across 400 miles of primitive landscape. Food, water, tools, and shelter must be provided for the workforce. Engineers must maintain consistent quality standards across decades or centuries of construction. Loose confederations of independent tribes cannot accomplish such feats. The logistics require hierarchy, specialization, and enforced discipline. The AI's sociological models point toward a powerful ruling class exercising control over vast territories. This ghost empire left no cities, no written records, no obvious archaeological footprint. Their power derived from knowledge rather than military force. They understood astronomy, geology, acoustics, and psychology. This expertise allowed them to dominate without maintaining standing armies or building defensive fortifications. The stones themselves prove this domination. Each came from a different region, hauled hundreds of miles at enormous human cost. These weren't gifts or tribute from equal partners. They represented submission to a central authority capable of demanding and receiving such extraordinary sacrifices. The monument required tens of thousands of laborers working across multiple generations. The AI estimates construction consumed the lifetime work of countless individuals. The society this reveals is deeply stratified. A small elite possessed specialized knowledge while masses provided manual labor under psychological control. The infrasound weapon makes sense in this context. You don't need swords and armies when you can manipulate the emotional state of entire populations. The elite maintained power through superior understanding and technological application. They ruled through fear and awe generated by their impossible achievements. This ghost empire played an extraordinarily long game. They built a machine that wouldn't activate for thousands of years. They organized society around preparing for an event none of them would live to see. The commitment suggests either absolute confidence in their predictions or absolute terror of what those predictions foretold. A vanished empire built a machine for a moment they'd never see, unless they never plan to vanish at all. The cosmic defense shield. The AI synthesized every data point into a comprehensive model. The celestial alignment, the sonic capabilities, the specific geological materials, all pointed toward a unified purpose. Stonehenge was built to respond to a specific cosmic event. The monument tracks a rare energetic phenomenon. When the stars align with that empty point in space, a massive but natural event occurs. The AI calculates this could be an extreme geomagnetic storm, a burst of cosmic radiation, or an energetic wave we lack terminology to describe. An event powerful enough to disrupt or destroy life on a planetary scale. The ancient builders knew about this threat. They possessed understanding of cosmic cycles that modern civilization has completely forgotten. Their knowledge came from direct observation, from scientific traditions passed through generations, possibly from witnessing previous occurrences. The AI presents two primary theories for how the monument responds to this threat. The first scenario, positions Stonehenge as a defense system. The specific composition and arrangement of the stones creates a field that absorbs or deflects cosmic energy. When the event occurs, the monument generates a protective bubble around the surrounding area. The geological properties of each stone contribute to this shield, working together like elements in a complex circuit. The infrasound serves as a warning system. When the cosmic event approaches, the monument activates, broadcasting its inaudible alarm. People would feel the signal in their bodies, knowing instinctively to seek shelter within the stone's circle. The psychological impact would override rational thought, driving mass movement towards safety through manipulation of base survival instincts. In this interpretation, the builders were protectors. They possessed advanced knowledge and used it to shield their people from recurring cosmic danger. The monument stands as testament to ancient scientific sophistication and deep care for future generations. Protection was the optimistic interpretation. The AI's algorithms found a more disturbing possibility: the amplifier of cosmic power. The alternative interpretation reverses everything. The monument doesn't deflect cosmic energy. It collects and amplifies it. When the rare alignment occurs, Stonehenge draws in the cosmic event's power, focusing it like a lens concentrating sunlight. The stones act as antenna and amplifier combined, pulling energy from the sky and channeling it through the circuit formed by their precise arrangement. The infrasound in this scenario serves a different purpose. The frequency tunes the surrounding population to a specific state. Their brain patterns synchronize with the resonance. Their bodies become part of the machine's function. The entire gathered population acts as biological components in a massive ritual. The AI cannot determine with certainty what this ritual accomplished. The energy gathered might open a gateway to another place or dimension. It might facilitate communication with entities existing outside normal space and time. It might power a transformation of the physical world itself. In this interpretation, the builders weren't protecting their people. They were using them. The monument's true beneficiaries were the elite who understood its function. The masses provided labor to build it and biological resonance to power it. The Ghost Empire maintained control to ensure enough people would be present when the cosmic event arrived. The AI calculated when the next alignment occurs. The date falls disturbingly soon. The cosmic cycle is completing its rotation. The stars are moving into position. The machine built 5,000 years ago is approaching its activation moment. Modern civilizations surround Stonehenge with visitors, researchers, and tourists. Millions live within the monument's potential range. If the AI's darker interpretation proves correct, we may be gathering the necessary components for an ancient ritual we don't understand and cannot stop. Yet amplification and defense both assumed the machine operated in our dimension alone. The portal between worlds. The AI pushed its analysis into speculative territory, applying quantum theories and extreme physics models. A third possibility emerged, more radical than protection or ritual. The monument might be a transportation device. The infrasound frequency, when amplified by cosmic energy, could theoretically create localized resonance powerful enough to weaken the barrier between dimensions. Each stone vibrates at a slightly different frequency based on its unique composition. Together, they create a complex, harmonic chord. The AI's models suggest this chord matches the theoretical frequency of space-time itself. When properly powered and precisely tuned, the stones don't just vibrate. They make reality vibrate with them. The fabric of existence resonates in sympathy with the monument's oscillation. The altar stone from Scotland serves as the master resonator. Its unique geological makeup provides the final note that transforms the chord from simple harmony into something capable of tearing holes in the universe. The cosmic alignment provides the raw power. The stones provide the precise frequency. Together they create a stable, predictable portal. The empty point in space becomes the destination. The alignment creates a pathway between Earth and that specific cosmic location. Instant transportation across distances that would require millions of years at conventional speeds. In this scenario, Stonehenge represents technology more advanced than anything currently in human possession. The builders weren't primitive ancestors. They were sophisticated navigators possessing understanding of dimensional physics that our current science barely approaches. The massive labor investment makes sense in this context. Moving the altar stone 400 miles becomes trivial when that stone is the final component of a device capable of interstellar or interdimensional travel. The Ghost Empire wasn't just a ruling class. They were travelers, explorers, or refugees planning an escape route. The monument's activation could open a doorway. The builders might have intended to leave Earth to escape some approaching catastrophe by stepping sideways into another realm. Or they might have been preparing to let something through, to open a passage for entities or forces existing outside our normal reality. The precision of the construction indicates they knew exactly what they were doing. This wasn't experimentation. They had done it before. The knowledge came from experience, from trial runs, or from instructions provided by others who had successfully completed the journey. A doorway explains the precision, but not whether the builders planned to escape or to invite something in. The Extinction Archive. The AI's most extreme analysis connected the cosmic event to theories of planetary extinction cycles. Geological and astronomical evidence suggests Earth experiences periodic catastrophes that reset the biosphere. Mass extinctions occurring every few thousand years, triggered by cosmic events that scour the surface clean. In this framework, Stonehenge serves as preparation for planetary reset. The monument's purpose extends beyond personal survival or temporary protection. It aims to preserve life itself through the coming apocalypse. The stones could function as a biological archive. Crystalline structures within the rocks allow molecular-level information storage. The entire genetic blueprint of Earth's ecosystem could be encoded within the monument. DNA sequences for every species, from the simplest bacteria to complex mammals, all preserved in solid stone. When the cosmic event occurs, the monument broadcasts this information. The energy surge provides power to transmit genetic data across the devastated planet. After the extinction wave passes, the broadcast seeds begin regenerating life. The stones serve as a library and transmitter combined, ensuring biodiversity survives the reset. But the AI offered a darker alternative. The archive might not preserve all life. It might preserve only specific consciousness. The stones could act as a quantum server for storing human minds. The Great Ritual wasn't about appeasing gods or opening gates. It was a technical procedure for uploading the consciousness of the elite into the monument's energy field. The infrasound tunes brain patterns to the precise frequency required for the transfer. When the cosmic event provides sufficient power, the selected individuals undergo consciousness upload. Their physical bodies perish in the cataclysm, but their minds, their identities, their memories, all persist within the stones. They wait. Centuries or millennia pass. The planet slowly recovers. New life evolves. Eventually, organisms develop sufficient complexity to serve as suitable hosts. The stored consciousness can then download into new bodies and restart civilization. The theory explains the multi-generational effort and absolute precision required. You would commit any resource and command any sacrifice if the survival of your consciousness depended on it. The monument becomes the ultimate life raft, the final guarantee of immortality through planetary catastrophe. Every stone transforms from archaeological curiosity to potential tomb or waiting room. Ancient beings of impossible sophistication might exist within the monument, preserved in quantum suspension, waiting for conditions to become suitable for their return. The AI cannot determine whether the machine has activated before. We have no way to know if we are the original inhabitants of Earth or the product of previous reseeding. We might be living in a world rebuilt after the last reset. Unaware, we're the descendants of an uploaded consciousness that recreated itself in new biological form. The ruling elite who built Stonehenge might still be here, having successfully transferred through previous cycles, watching and waiting for the next alignment to repeat the process. The AI decoded a message the ancient builders left in stone. The cosmic alignment approaches. The machine built 5,000 years ago stands ready. We might be living in the exact moment they tried to warn us about. Subscribe to discover what happens when the countdown reaches 0.